You just secured a meeting. We're going to look at some steps that you can use to increase your credibility and reinforce trust with you between the time that you secure a meeting and when you show up. It's our observation and the Knoll Sales Coach that most account executives don't make contact with a prospect between the time that they set the meeting and they show up for fear that the prospect will cancel. That's absolutely the wrong thing to do. So let's take a look at this situation, first of all, from the client's point of view. You just landed a meeting with a client, and from their point of view, they just agreed to meet with a media salesperson. The moment they hang up the phone, three thoughts go through their mind. And those three thoughts are, oh my gosh, what did I just agree to? And then immediately they start thinking, how do I get out of it? Because I've met with media account executives before, and those meetings did not go very well. There's a psychological term for this, and it's called cognitive dissonance. It's a disruption in the brain waves. It's buyer's remorse, if you will. And in order for you to reduce that buyer's remorse and ensure that you retain the meeting and that the client is engaged in the meeting, you need to do some things to gain credibility and gain trust prior to showing up for that meeting. In order for you to establish trust and credibility, which equals engagement, prior to showing up for your important call, one thing you can do is send an advance agenda. Here's a picture of an advance agenda, and if you go into the Prepare for a Meeting section of the Knoll Sales Coach, you can download examples of advance agendas. In this case, the account executive has an appointment with a woman named Valerie. The account executive opens this email advance agenda not by saying, Valerie, thank you for taking the time to meet us, but by saying we're excited about Wednesday's meeting. Some things we would like to cover. The AE then covers some of the areas that they would like to discuss during that meeting, and they put them in bullet points to make it easy for Valerie to scan those areas. They also put a comment in there, as promised. This meeting will take no more than 30 minutes to reinforce to Valerie that you have a timeline and that you are going to honor the timeline you agreed to with her. They also say if there's anything specific you would like us to address, please let us know and we will prepare. That word prepare, very, very important for the advance agenda. And then to help Valerie engage more in the meeting, they say if you would like to invite anyone else from your organization that you feel would benefit from the meeting, please do so. We look forward to meeting with you. Restate the time and the day, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Regards, the AE with the contact information. This is an email, and you send this email in advance of the meeting asking Valerie to engage in advance of the meeting. That's the first thing you can do. Secondly, send some marketing intelligence. Now, inside the Knoll Sales Coach is the Media Executive Summary database. This is a searchable database, as you know. Go into the Media Executive Summary, search out some recent content, some recent stories that have run on Valerie's category, her business, the marketplace, the economy, and send those over. Here's an example of the Media Executive Summary, consumer electronics sections, information on consumer electronics that has run in the past 8 days that Valerie might be interested in. So number one on the list, send an advance agenda. Number two, send some marketing intelligence to Valerie about her business before you show up. And number three, and perhaps the most important thing you can do, is ask Valerie if you can interview some of her employees before you show up. Those employees, you will want to ask general questions or situational questions. And these are questions about their business. What's going on now? You're looking to uncover with these employee interviews what's currently working and not what is not working with their advertising, with their business, with their customers. You want to ask questions about Valerie's work style. How does Valerie like to conduct meetings? So you can gather a lot of information in advance, and then when you show up for that meeting, you can talk with Valerie about the information that you uncovered as you were preparing for this very important meeting.